Why should you care about this band? You shouldn't, but you will.
Fabulous.
We're huge fans.
One of my favorite bands of all time.
Fabulous live band, full of high energy.
I had this bum elbow, you know, my arms all out.
I love the Playtonics.
Wrong is right, black is white, stay the night if you feel alright. It's important to me that everyone feels alright.
I knew them when they put their first band together. They were 15 years old and they were playing Jimi Hendrix covers. They were good then, they're good now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy THC. Fellas, all right.
I remember early on, their live shows, they were really good, but they just couldn't gain any interest. They had to do something to get people's attention.
Okay, I think it's about time to draw another winner. What do you guys say, huh? Let's add some action to the evening. Okay, yeah. 959047. Here we go, 047. Come on. Let's see it. 047.
You can name this, whoever names this famous song first will win a CD. No. I'll take it. Who said that? There you go, you get the free CD.
Okay, now we're outside of the Reno Hilton. We're getting ready to load into the van here after our great night, and we got about 6 hours worth of driving. And if you've ever traveled with a rock band for 6 hours in a van, you understand the type of fun we're going to be seeing here very soon.
I've worked with the Playtonics or THC in whichever incarnation for 10 years, at least, a little over that now, I suppose. We've made 4 records that we've actually released ourselves on our own private label, so to speak.
Now there's nothing to sing. Break it down. Yeah.
Tarek is probably the idea man of the band. He writes a lot of the tunes and has contributed, songs in a big way since the band's inception. And so he's the idea guy. Craig is the detail man. He's great at, especially working within the framework of this particular band, is great at helping arrange and sort of edit Tarek's creative output. HUD is kind of the engine that makes the whole thing go. Most of the time, I think he has a whole lot of energy that he puts into the band, both playing-wise and administrative side of keeping the band going, and so it works great that they work so well together.
Great.
In the last couple of years, since Dave has been in the band, I think it made a big difference musically when he joined the group and gave it a solidifying force in a big way that wasn't there before. And so it's enabled them to branch out a little bit more and musically.
The guys have matured incredibly, in my humble opinion. I'm not saying that THC was an immature band. I'm simply saying that all the guys have become more focused in their songwriting and in their musicianship. And now the songs and the performances are all much more focused and really grooving.
It encompasses a lot of different styles of music: soul, pop, funk, jazz. It has really good vocals and really good arrangements.
The style of the Playtonics is unique indeed, with rhythmic and rhythmic variations and chord structures, which makes it fun to listen to.
The worst part is all the driving. You know, that's pretty boring.
Other places, other times, other places, so don't be surprised.
So why are the Playtonics still an unsigned, unheard band after 10 years? I think one of the reasons that maybe they haven't caught on maybe as quickly as other bands is I think they've been pretty unwilling to sort of concede or cave in to whatever the current trends are at the time. They've always sort of had this idea of they do what they do and they're going to do that regardless of what other people think. They've always had tons of material, and from a fan's standpoint, every time you go see them, say you see the band every couple of months, well, if you see them now and you see a set of tunes and you go back 2 months from now and see them, half the songs they're going to be playing 2 months from now are going to be brand new songs, and so you're not going to recognize them.
All through their history, the band has often wrote songs that lyrically haven't made any sense to me at all. And that's okay. I mean, I like bands like R.E.M. where you can't understand what the guy's saying, but you enjoy what you can pick out of what he's saying and the rest of the tune anyway. I think a lot of early THC was just like that, in that I could understand the lyrics, but a lot of them I couldn't figure out what they were talking about.
And the fact that they've got one person in the band that writes a lot of tunes, while that can be a strong point, to some degree that may be a limitation or even a weakness, in that with one writer who's cranking out stuff all the time, I don't know exactly what their editing process is. Obviously every song that's written can't be a great tune.
US 101 and the moon is bright just like the sun. US 101 and the moon is bright just like the sun. US 101 and the moon is bright just like the sun.
I've been working with the Playtonics for about a year now. They're one of the bands that bring money into the company. Fabulous live band, full of high energy. People always love them at the end of the show. You know, it's like leaving wanting a little more, so they're back the next time, but great live band.
That's it, thank you very much. Wow! Let's rock and roll!
Just the band that makes me want to do stuff, you know. It just makes me want to move around.
They're a fun band. I like the fact that they, you know, they're not afraid to like get out there and have a good time.
Hey, check this out. One time I even threw my shoulder out at a show. It was so rad, man. And I had this bum elbow, you know, my arms all out, dang, and I had to go being taken to the emergency room. But you know what? I'd do it again.
We're on the non-stop flight to the heights, and we won't stop until we're there.
Shark Bite Studios here. Waiting for the guys.
Recently, they hooked up with this guy named Kevin Army, and he's a pretty well-known producer, engineer for a lot of people's records.
Kevin, he's done some pretty well-known. Well, he's big in the punk community here.
Basically, he's going to, you know, do a demo with them, and once the demo's done, he's going to shop it to different labels, And I have no doubt that once that happens, these guys will be famous.
I'm excited about the whole project. It's going to be good.
I try not to bring anything in their music. I try and find out what is correct about what has to be brought out about their music on their own. And that's the main thing. Just try and, you know, get them inspired, get them to do the thing that is uniquely them. They're a little different than anything I've run into, which is good. They're a great band, they have great songs, they got the right vibe, they're easy to work with.
You know, I'd love to see them get a great deal and get to make a record and, you know, have it be a huge hit. And it'd be wonderful for them. And I think it could happen. And I think maybe someday it will happen. I've been thinking that for 10 years now, and I still think that one day it will happen. So that's my wish for the Playtonics.
I really can't figure out why anyone would want to film us in any way or do a documentary on us. We're really pretty boring. Boring, untalented, ugly, sometimes obnoxious, rude, unmotivated, stinky. After all is at fault.
They have staying power. The band has stayed together as a unit for the better part of a decade. These guys are still friends, you know. So I think they ought to have great things. I hope the best for them.
What keeps them going has to be their just absolute love for music and for playing, and probably for each other. That, more than anything, keeps it fresh for them and keeps them, you know, going on and continuing and wanting to continue striving for that record contract.
Do the fade to black.